Trump has only been in office officially for a week, but he has wasted no time getting down to business. Stopping illegal immigration was one of Donald Trump's major election promises, and in just a few days he's already flexing his might and taking swift action, leading to some early victories. Colombian President Gustavo Petro backed down after talking tough on illegals, now accepting all of Trump's demands. The president was very happy with the outcome, posting an AI photo of himself on Truth Social, looking like a sheriff from the 1920s with a sign reading FAFO. Trump is not here to mess around. Sky News host Andrew Bolt doubled down on this, saying world leaders cross him at their peril.
It's not even a week since Donald Trump was sworn in as US president. But it's already shown, just now, why world leaders cross him at their peril. Now, as promised, Trump has already started having some of America's 10 million illegal immigrants arrested, many criminals so far, and flown back to where they came from. But Colombia's very left-wing president, Gustavo Petro, turned back 2 military flights from the US that had first agreed to let in after hearing that people on board were handcuffed and denied toilets. Well, bang. Trump immediately posted that he would hit Colombia with 25% tariffs on his exports because of this, rising to 50% in a week if it didn't back down, plus other sanctions. Now, mind you, if you think Trump sounds a little bit wild here, you check the Colombian President Petro's reaction. This is a crazy guy, and this is probably the sanest bit of what he wrote back. "I don't like your oil, Trump. You're going to wipe out the human species because of greed. You will kill me, but I will survive in my people, which is before yours in the Americas. We are the peoples of the winds, the mountains, the Caribbean Sea, and of freedom. If you don't like our freedom, okay, I don't shake hands with white slavers." But for all that nonsense, it was only hours later the White House announced that Colombia had completely backed down. Flights would resume.
Sky News contributor Kosha Gada agreed, saying Trump was able to wield America's economic might and send a message to the rest of the world.
Let's turn to the US now, where Donald Trump's crackdown on immigration has received a major boost, with Colombia backflipping on its earlier decision to reject deported migrants. In fact, the Colombian president has even offered to give up his presidential plane to help lighten the load. Okay, Sky News contributor Kosha Gada joins me now. Kosha, this is a stunning reversal.
Indeed, it was. It was a busy Sunday for Trump to cap off a very busy week one in his administration. And this issue, this reversal, was so important both tactically and optically. So in terms of tactics, it just really showcased how in a matter of 4 hours, I think that's how long this episode lasted on a Sunday afternoon, America is able to wield its economic might, which is Trump's favorite form of leverage, wielding tariffs and sanctioning people and suspending visas for Colombian citizens and diplomats and all of that. And that was able to get the outcome that he wanted. It's also really important optically because it is sending a message. This has been his signature issue ever since he entered politics. This administration is taking illegal immigration very, very seriously. And next up, it's going to be Guatemala and other countries that are apparently calling emergency meetings to figure out how to deal with this because they're going to be coming up and faced with the same thing in the weeks ahead.
And the American mainstream media are also sitting up and watching this unfold, with CNN's Scott Jennings admitting this is a very different administration to what the US is used to.
The reason Donald Trump had to resort to these tariffs and sanctions and punishments today is because the president of Colombia refused to accept a flight of migrants. He said he wouldn't take them. Donald Trump said, we're going to enter the F around and find out portion of this conversation. And he hit him with sanctions and tariffs. And now tonight, the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, says Congress is going to back him up on that. He's putting Colombia, he's putting the rest of this hemisphere on notice that you are not dealing with the same president that you were. You're dealing with someone who is taking illegal immigration seriously. Now, within an hour of making that threat, the president of Colombia said, whoa, I'll send my own plane to pick these people up. So obviously, he got their attention. And they'll have learned a valuable lesson that Donald Trump is taking illegal immigration, seriously. This is real leadership, but it sends a message to everybody else in the hemisphere. Do not test us. This is not Biden and Harris. This is Trump and Vance. We mean business.
And it's not only Colombia who have caved to Trump's demands. After threats of tariffs, China has also promised to take back their nationals who are in the US illegally. Sky News contributor Esther Kraku says all of Trump's actions in the first part of his presidency will make the world sit up and listen.
This is the start of a Trump presidency that is going to make the world sit up and listen. And I can tell you that he's going to cause a lot of headaches, not just for people like the Colombian president, but anyone who dares to not kiss the ring and fall in line. Now, the Colombian president's excuse for turning away these military planes that he'd actually initially agreed to let enter into Colombian airspace was that he wanted to treat Colombian migrants with dignity, and having them sort of chained in a US military plane was undignified, until he realized that President Trump was actually quite serious and was really quite willing to slap Colombia with tariffs. And so he decided to turn this PR spin into saying that actually, I'll send over the presidential plane and pick them up because we need to welcome back our immigrants with dignity. Yeah, okay, sure, that's the excuse. But look, it just shows that President Trump is not kidding around. And actually a recent poll conducted here in the UK shows that many Brits agree with him on this stance and would wish that our Prime Minister would do something similar, although I can tell you that's highly unlikely.
Well, with 1 million illegal immigrants in your country, I mean, yes, why wouldn't the British Prime Minister learn a little here?
Whilst many have applauded Trump's swift action, many are also slamming the president for his unapologetic policy on illegals, like pop star Selena Gomez, who made a teary video which she later deleted after pushback from her followers.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked, the children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
Online commentators were quick to blast the singer and actress for her tone-deaf response, saying, "Crying for illegal immigrants but silent for American victims of the border crisis. Hollywood logic strikes again."